Hi guys, my name is Kimberly. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I kind of just wanted to make this video today because I actually don't know why. Like, something in me was just saying like that I needed to like share my story. I feel like for me, like hearing firsthand, sorry, I was trying to figure out how to word that, but like hearing firsthand someone else's like experiences like helps me have faith that like I can get through things. So if you're watching this, this is a sign that everything's gonna be okay and you're gonna be okay, and I love you. So I'm just gonna put a trigger warning out there. Drugs, mental health, essay, stuff like that will be mentioned. I honestly don't know where to start. I've kind of struggled with mental health my whole life. First time I went into a mental hospital, I was in 5th grade and I was just struggling really bad. I was bullied a lot and I just struggled with like self-image and I just didn't want to be alive anymore, so my parents locked me up. And then like after that I went to an outpatient program and I did a couple more of those throughout 6th and 7th grade. 8th grade was kind of fine. I just hit it better. But yeah, I didn't like go anywhere in 8th grade. I kind of just like learned to deal with it and like not talk about anything that made me seem suicidal. But then at the end of 8th grade, I started like getting into bad things. Before I start this part of the story, I'm gonna say I don't condone any of this activity. It was a bad thing to get into. If I could take it back, I would. Like, I genuinely regret everything I've done since like 8th grade. It just truly like ruins who you are as a person. Like, it just, you feel like numb. Like, it helps you in the moment, but like you just end up, once you do drugs for so long, like you just don't feel like a person anymore. And like the brain fog is so real. I don't know if you guys have heard like the term brain fog, but it's real and it's bad, and I just don't recommend this to anyone because I don't want anyone to feel the way I did. So in 8th grade, I started vaping and drinking. It was like the end, like I think it was the summer. Like, I don't think I actually did anything during the school year, but like the summer from 8th grade going into freshman year, I tried vaping and drinking. I didn't like get too much into it. It was kind of just like when I was with my friends, we would just like do it. Alcohol was never really a problem for me, honestly. Like, that was something I used for like fun, which don't do it. But vaping ended up becoming a really bad addiction for me until junior year. So yeah, that was just like its own little thing, but not like too bad of an issue. But then freshman year. Freshman year is when I got into weed, which, big mistake. I tried it with my one friend at her house. It was controlled. We were being safe about it. We just like smoked weed and it was fine. I didn't smoke for like another 2 months, I think. But then another 2 months went by and I did it with another friend. Still, I wasn't like addicted. Like, it was just like 2 times in like 3 months or whatever. I can't do math. It might have been 2 months, but like I didn't have a problem yet. But then I went to a party with my friend and so we were just like really out of it. And I ended up leaving, like, it was at a barn. It was like an outdoor kind of party, so there was like a bonfire, and then there was like an barn thing that we were like kind of in, and there was like a section in the back of the barn by a chicken coop. And I went back there and I was just like smoking weed, and then like I think I drank more alcohol. Like, I went back for more alcohol, and then I was just like smoking weed, hitting my vape, because that was an addiction at that point. And I just ended up like passing out. I don't really remember. Like, I was just on like a haystack and just like looking outside, and I just like passed out. And the next thing you know, there's a group of guys coming over and I'm like really out of it and I just like can't do anything, and they do stuff to me. And that was just kind of like a turning point for me. It just kind of like really ruined my mental health. I would get like nightmares about it, flashbacks, like I would just feel them on me. So that's when I started using weed a lot more as like a trauma coping thing. But again, that's not a good mechanism. Don't use it. I just like didn't know what else to do, because like I didn't tell anyone about it at first because I didn't want my friends to feel bad, like that we separated and then like that all happened. Like, I just didn't want to like cause any issues, or like one of the guys goes to my school and I was like, I don't want anyone to like start shit with him, you know? So I just kind of kept it to myself until like junior year, I think I came out about it, or like maybe sophomore year. I don't know. I like told a couple people because like something happened with the guy that did stuff to me, and I was like, oh, well, let me tell you this. He's a bad person. But yeah, so I would like smoke a lot after that, and I ended up failing 2 of my math classes. One of them I took over summer school, but I was still doing drugs. And I actually had like my cart and a bottle of alcohol that I took with me to summer school because I was going to my friend's house after that, and we were gonna like, you know, but I got caught 20 minutes before the day ended. They still let me finish the summer school course. I just had to do it in ISS, and I had to pay like fines and do this like nicotine and alcohol and weed course. Like, I don't know. It was a whole thing, but I got grounded for like 9 months after that. So yeah, I did make up that class, and then like sophomore year, same thing. Like, I still like smoked a lot, and first semester I failed. No, second semester I failed another math class because of that. And that's when I kind of like realized like, oh shit, like maybe it's the weed, because I would literally get high like every day before school, when I get to school, during like every class. Like, I would just like go to the bathroom and like smoke, and it just got to the point where like I couldn't remember like what I was doing, like what I did that day, or like literally I was just, it was bad. And I had a job at this time, so like I wouldn't smoke at work or like during work or whatever, but I would just like come home and want to sleep but have to go to work. And like the days that I had off, like I would just sleep like the whole night. I would eat and sleep. It was bad. I think I also started doing pills sophomore year. I think it was sophomore year. I don't know. I just like, me and my one friend, we would just like take a bunch of pills together. Like, we would take random shit we didn't know what we were taking, and we would just like pop a couple. And I remember there was one time she was like dying. Like, we both took some, and it like knocked us up. But we had the same lunch period together, and I remember we were on 3rd floor, and we were like on this couch thing, and she was like passed out, and I was like fighting sleep. I was so tired, and I was like, oh my gosh. But I needed to make sure she was alive because she was sleeping like all day. She was sleeping in all her classes. She was just so out of it, and I was like, I could not fall asleep, and like I'd had my head on her chest making sure she was still breathing, because I was like, I can't. And even that didn't stop me from taking pills because I'm a dumbass. But I got into like, I would also like stuff, but that was only like a couple times. Like, I didn't do that. Well, I like to tell myself it wasn't that bad, but honestly. So yeah, I kind of just like, I had some other stuff happen that was like traumatizing, more like sexual assaults from other people, and just like a lot of rumors were going around about me sophomore year, and it was just like really bringing me down. So I would just like get high to ignore everything going on in my life because I didn't feel like sitting down and dealing with it. Yeah, I also struggled with self-harm. That started in 5th grade, but it continued until like now. It would get better at times, and then it would get worse depending on like what was going on in my life and stuff like that. Sophomore year, I also had a thing with this guy. He was 19, I was 15, and that sounds so bad. Like, when that actually was like a thing, I was like, no, it's just a couple years, like it's fine. That sounds bad when I say it out loud. But anyways, we would like sneak out at night, and we would get drunk, and we would like do stuff. But I was in just like such a bad place that it felt normal to me. Like, it felt fine. I didn't see an issue with it. But we would be going out like multiple times a week and just like getting drunk, and yeah. I still talk to him today. There was like some drama that happened, and we like stopped talking for a while, but we made amends. We talk. We actually hung out the beginning of this month, but that was just like kind of catching up, I guess. We're both in like different places now, so it was like different. And I'm 17 and he's 21 now, so it's like also like a, not like a better gap, but like at least, I don't know. But he definitely was like the kind of person that was there for me. Like, he listened to me when we would hang out, and I would just like cry because I was drunk. And he would like listen to me and hug me, hold me, whatever. Like, it was nice, but it definitely was not like what I needed, like the alcohol. So that was something that really like brought me down sophomore year, because when people started like finding out about it, they were saying I was pregnant and that I had an abortion because he raped me and got me pregnant. I was like, hello? So all of that stuff like just kind of made me depressed. I don't know, I would say sophomore year was probably like my worst year because that's when all that stuff happened and I just felt so alone. My best friend dropped me. We're friends again, but she just dropped me because she was like going through her own stuff. And I just remember like the way I dealt with that was getting blackout drunk with that guy that I was just talking about. Like when she dropped me that night, like I drank so much and like it was just the way I coped. But yeah, so I also had a thing with this one guy. Oh, we're back in time. This was sophomore year, but he also had like a really bad impact on my mental health. We like hung out. We weren't even official. Like we met because I DM'd him on Instagram because I thought he was a different guy. Like he had the same name and he looked the same. So I was like, hey, thanks for letting me use your charger at the party. Yeah, that party. But it turns out it wasn't that guy. But then he was like, I don't know, we just like started talking and he was like, we should hang out. And I was like, sure. So yeah, I like went out with him and we were under the influence of drugs and he did stuff to me. So that was another thing that like made me start smoking a lot. Like, I don't know. It was just kind of like on and off. Like I would smoke a lot and then I would kind of smoke a lot. I would still smoke every day, but not like as much every day. But yeah, after that I was just like, man, fuck this. And like all these like things kind of led to me just like not loving myself and feeling like I was only meant for like a guy's pleasure, and I just like felt really low of myself and I didn't want to be here. I ended up going to another mental hospital 2 summers ago, so 2024. So like not summer 25 but summer 24. That was sophomore year into junior year. It basically started because my mom like found pictures of me and my friends drinking at my birthday party, which big deal. But then I kind of like, we got in a big argument about it and I ended up cutting myself like really bad. So she was like, no, like you're done. So yeah, I went away for like 2 weeks, came back. I didn't feel better. I like faked that shit. Like I was so done when I got back. Like I didn't even want to be at that house. I was like, at this point, I'd rather still be in the mental hospital. I just didn't want to like deal with things. But yeah, so I didn't start therapy after that. I did do therapy like a while ago. Like I've done therapy a long time ago, but it just didn't help me. Like I didn't find a therapist that worked for me and I tried like 4 different ones and it wasn't for me. I think I'm just like the kind of person that deals with things alone. Like I just don't want other people being a part of my business, which I know it like helps to talk things out. Well, so I've been told, but it just doesn't work for me. But personally, I recommend therapy to anyone who has issues because it can help you. It just wasn't for me. I think if I go at a different time in my life, it could be beneficial when I'm at like a different maturity level and I'm ready to like say things that I want to say. But yeah, it just wasn't for me and I chose drugs instead. But yeah, so it was kind of rough. I just had like a rough patch, and junior year is kind of when I like snapped out of it. I was like, it was second semester. The last time I smoked was December 27th, 2024. So I'm almost a year sober. But yeah, it was just like a lot for me to deal with, and the thing that kind of like made me realize I needed to quit was like the relationships I was having with people. Like they were just either based off drugs. Like I was friends with a bunch of stoners who would just like pass shit around in the bathroom. But the problem was like the people that I was actually close with, that I loved and cared about and that I'd been friends with for like years, we were just like deteriorating. I wasn't like there for them like I used to, like mentally and physically. Like they would talk to me and tell me stuff and I just wouldn't remember, and I didn't know how to help them. Like I would give some fuck ass advice because I was just like so out of my own head that like I didn't know how to help. And just like seeing the way that I had like failed a bunch of classes, lost relationships with my friends, distanced myself from my family, like it just made me realize that like I need to get in check. Like I said, I'm a senior now, so like when I was thinking about this junior year, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm literally gonna be an adult soon. I'm gonna be on my own. I need to chill the fuck out. So I quit cold turkey. Very hard. Withdrawals sucked, but it definitely paid off in the end. I'm not okay now. Like I'll be honest, I'm not happy. I'm not in a good place. I have good things in my life, but I'm not happy. I'm better than I was, but I'm not there yet. And I do think being sober actually does help me feel better in the long run. It's just like I don't really have any coping skills right now that I use because, like, drugs were just my go-to. And, like, it's taken so much in me not to go back to that, but I think it really is for the best because, like, I don't want to go back down that path. So, yeah, that's just kind of, like, everything that happened. Not even everything, like, that's kind of far from everything, but, like, that's just kind of what I can share, I guess. There's obviously many other things that, like, shape me to be who I am today, but I'm trying. Like, every day is a struggle, but it gets easier, and good things come and go, but time heals. And, like, when you really look at it, you think, wow, like, I'm 17, this is the worst thing that could ever happen to me. Like, I'm going through such a bad time, I'm in a terrible spot in my life. You're 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, however old you are. Like, you are that number, you're that age, and you still have so many years left ahead of you. And that's what's kind of, like, keeping me going right now. Like, this is just a drop of water in, like, the ocean. It's one small thing that you probably won't think about in the next 20 years. Like, obviously trauma and mental health and, like, your past is, like, always going to stick with you, but you'll learn to get over it once you move out and go to college, do, like, all the things you want to do. You're not going to really, like, think back and be like, oh, I was a drug addict in high school. That's crazy. Like, things just will work out in a way that they're supposed to, but it does take time, and you just have to have patience, have a good support group, have people that can get you through it. Like, when I went sober, I surrounded myself with people that wouldn't try to steer me away from that path, and they, like, looked out for me. They had my back. But that shit is hard to go through alone. Like, throwing up, holding my own hair back was a bad time for me. Like, I just wanted someone to be there and love me like I loved them, but I didn't feel like I had anyone. And it's just because I pushed them away. So genuinely, like, my biggest piece of advice is don't try to do it alone. Like, it's hard sitting there and just being lost in your own head. Like, have people that love you and care about you and are willing to sit with you and talk things out and just be there for you. You should not have to go through anything alone. Like, let that sink in. No matter your age, no matter literally anything, you should not have to go through mental health stuff alone. You are loved and you are cared about and you deserve help. And honestly, I wish I'd seen that 3, 4, 5 years ago, because I needed that. I needed someone to tell me that I'm gonna be okay and it's all gonna work out in the end, and I'm surrounded by people that love me. But unfortunately, I didn't have that at the time. But here I am. I still made it. I went through some of it alone, but once I was really able to talk to people and share how I was feeling and be vulnerable and open up, like, it will surprise you how many people actually care. But just do not give up. Do not give in to the pressure of doing drugs or self-harm. Like, do not get yourself roped into that, because it's so bad for you. Like, I will repeat that so many times. It's so bad for you. Like, I had no idea what I was getting myself into back in 2020 or whenever that was. Like, it is a struggle that you will battle until, who knows. For me, it took like 5 years to stop doing, like, everything. But I know that, like, with drugs, it doesn't really stop at weed. Like, I did pills, I did one other thing that I'm not gonna mention, but, like, you'll start doing harder things, and that's how people, like, overdose. And I'm not trying to be, like, over dramatic either, because, like, it's true. I always told myself, oh, I'm just gonna vape. Oh, I'll just do weed, I guess. Oh, I'll just snort some lines. Like, it just keeps getting worse. And once you're in that spot in your life, like, you won't be able to get out. Like, it's so mentally and physically draining. So I just wanted to share my story to kind of encourage you not to be like me. But yeah, I just really wanted to share this video to let you know that, like, you're not alone. Like, if you struggle with any of these things or know anyone that struggles with these things, they're not alone. You're not alone. It happens to so many people, and we all have our own reasons, and we all fight our own battles. It's not like everyone's the same, and I'm not saying, like, oh, I understand you. Like, I don't. Obviously, you're going through your own separate thing, but you can get through it. Like, if you really want to get better, you can get better. And I'm not doing this for pity. I'm not posting this for pity or attention, whatever. Like, this is just my experience, and I'm trying to connect and help who I can. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I hope you're okay. And if you need anything, you can always comment. I'm here for you guys. I try my best to respond to everything. But it will be okay. Do not let this one small thing you're going through drag you down, because it will feel like the end of the world right now, but there's so much ahead of you to live for. Make sure you eat something today, drink some water, get some rest, take some time for yourself. I love you, your friends love you, your family loves you. Don't let anyone tell you different. You are loved, you are worth it.